все успокоилось. Но на следующий день мы узнали, что он умер. Он умер, и у нас начались...
Dima Melezhnikov is a Russian ghost hunter and YouTuber who frequently goes into abandoned buildings, homes, and more to check out what there is. However, a woman told him about her house being haunted, so he went in to investigate further. When Dima went to go check out the house, it was mostly just strange noises and sounds. He then uploaded it to YouTube, and a few weeks later, he had a flood of responses. All of his regular viewers noticed something that Dima himself had no idea about. As he was walking down one of the stairways, the camera catches something or someone looking at him. It appears to be something that is dressed up in some type of uniform that is just watching him as he travels down the staircase. Like we said, Dima himself didn't notice this until his viewers, who were quite freaked out, noticed it for him. Number 4. The Woods. A farmer in India went out late at night to find some missing sheep. He ventures into the woods to see if he can find them. He definitely finds something, just not the sheep. The video shows what appears to be an angry creature who is ready to pounce at any moment. The farmer's reaction seems legitimate, and if it is, my assumption would be that he never found those sheep. Number 3. The barn. A man notices some screeching and scratching noises that are coming from the barn house that his grandfather had left him. Nobody was home with him over the weekend, so he decided to investigate further. He noticed that all of the equipment had been thrown around the room and begins to go further and further through the barn. The man then gets to a room and decides to pan the camera upwards and captures this. What appears to be a ghostly figure is staring directly at him and watching everything he's doing. What do you think it is? Could it be something never seen before? In a very small town called St. Osyth, Essex, UK, there is an abandoned jail known only as the Cage. What makes this prison haunted is that for 400 years it served as a prison to restrain and execute women convicted of witchcraft. A paranormal research crew with Brian Mack and others went in to investigate what was claimed to be paranormal activity around the prison. During the investigation, the crew noticed a few things. The lights turned on and off, and strange voices were heard whispering around the prison. When the lights were off, some of the crew were bitten by something they couldn't see. Many of the crew decided that this was too much for them and decided to stop their investigation right there. But for those who decided to continue, the eeriness was just beginning. face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Weird, my eyes were black.
Brian and his crew decided to perform a ritual as they watched in another room. The woman's face completely changes. Her nose gets longer, and she begins to twitch in a very odd and peculiar way. Face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Although the woman had many layers of clothes on, she had a very weird burn mark on her back after the occurrence. She then told her team after they had left that she continued to have weird and scary nightmares for months and months later. Was this woman overtaken by a witch, or was it just another team messing with a camera angle? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. A man decided to investigate a tunnel that was found under train tracks located near his house. When the man arrived, he was shocked at just how large this tunnel really was. There were different hallways and rooms hidden beneath the tracks that looked like they had never been discovered. It is not long before the men begin to hear weird noises coming from the distance. So, they decide to go further and further into the tunnel. As they began to get deeper and deeper into the tunnel, they began to think whether or not this was a good idea, considering they have no idea what awaits them. But, in the end, they decided to continue onto their journey. As they enter the final room, they begin to pan the room with their flashlights and find a strange creature appears in the doorway and is moving in a very odd way. The men are immediately frightened and run away. I'm sure they never ventured back into that tunnel ever again. What do you think it was? Was it a human body? Or was it something else living under the tunnel?